What's going on? So today, and it's funny, look, I wear this shirt today because it's like really cold out, and this is an old shirt that I don't care if it gets any kind of grit or dirt or anything on it, any debris. And it's kind of warm. It's just like an extra layer anyway. But I kind of like it. It's got a black bear on it. Supposedly, a freaking bear got ran over, like, locally. And supposedly, like, DNR and then, like, in the EIEIO alphabets and the local police and sheriff's department and all that is looking for the perpetrator who hit the black bear and then hit and run the black bear. I mean, hey, in Indian culture, I have heard that the bears were considered equal with man at one point in time. And I've heard this in different kind of cultures as well, similar. But that's kind of neither here nor there. It's just interesting. Makes sense though. It's logical because look, you got to report that stuff, dude. Because look, we need to know the bears are out here. I mean, here maybe the person was, distracted and they thought, oh man, I just smoked a dog. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was a big dog, man. Maybe that was a chow or something. But anyway, what I find most interesting is that there's a bear locally. I have heard they have found them downstate though, by like Kalamazoo. And it's, in a way, it's also like almost from everything I've ever seen, there's like a shoot on freaking sight, like order on any wild animal in. It's just like, look, it's either that or emergency relocation, and they still come in and they pop them with one of those syringes that fly with dart and it sticks in them and they just go to sleep. I mean, look, I think the pole should be strapped with them, where it's like, look, the thing comes out, hits them, and they go to sleep. That solves all the freaking problems. I mean, and then if you beat the motherfucker to death while he's already passed out, or touch his bunghole, or check his crotch for weapons for like 5 minutes long, you know what I'm saying, while you're touching yourself, you know what I'm saying, or something weird like that. Like, look, you gotta be outrageous, because where does it end? Where does it end? You know what I'm saying? If you don't, like, sometimes, like, push it in a, like in a scenario, man, it's like, it's like, what if? Well, I mean, that's kind of, hey, well, what if they do that? I mean, look, that's not against the rules. I can't think of the right word to say right now. It's not an analogy. It's not like a simile. It's not like, but it's got a name like that when you talk that way. I can't remember. Rhetorical, no. But anyway, man, what I'm saying here is that here's a kind of a theory, man. We were talking about animal attacks, right? And, and recently, I was watching videos about like animals that saved other human beings from animal attacks. Watched a video about that too the other day. Like, it's weird on the synchronicities. And, but fear has a freaking smell. You know what I'm saying? And predators, even animal predators, dude. Like, look, like literally fear has an effect on an organ. It will, like, an overuse of a emotion. Like, it has a smell because you're literally dying, dude. In Chinese Kung Fu, they said, if you shouldn't eat dogs because look, they're prone to aggression. And because they're so prone to this aggression that they don't live long. So it's like their meat's like not good for you because you absorb some of that kind of, hormone. And, and like pigs get spooked and fright and get all tripping and like loud easy. These are all outward appearance from that animal that if you eat it too much, it might have adverse effects on your health. But anyway, and after a while you start to give off a smell. And the predators can smell it. Either is it the fear or is it the organ It's a chemical, it's a hormone, it's a pheromone. It's a scent that makes you like stick out on the animal internet. You like start glowing. That's why, look, one of these guys right here, you see that panther? Look, one of them guys, and those things attack people quite often as well, but they don't, they're like, they're almost imperceptible, man, because they've got that all masked, because they're so focused and concentrated, they almost like, disappear off the animal internet. They're still there. Like, if they step on a twig and it snaps, look, they effed up, but, in a way, but right now, with all this whipped up psyops and like fear porn and murder porn and freaking disaster porn that's going on in the media, and unfortunately, even myself, there's better things I would like to discuss sometimes, but look, this stuff's all relevant because the fear and the extra stress is literally wearing our organs out, and we might be emitting a smell of the fear and the death, and the animals and the predators can smell it, and they're freaking smoking people, and they're being less afraid of humans because they can smell our fear. And it's like, so they're encroaching because people are kind of like, the fear's getting them to the point where we ain't out there handling our business like we usually would. And it's like, or either that, this is the prophecy of Revelations. The red horse is also the beast of the field, are one of God's arrows that he sends when he judges people. Okay. So I would expect an influx of predator species potentially to coincide, because listen, once we really lock down, and if there's some kind of civil war or world war and population drops quickly, all of a sudden, dude, the wolves will be back out there like tearing apart children, and there'll be lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, for real. Like, look, and that's another. Like, we ain't used to that. You know what I'm saying? But really quick, if we get reduced to a Stone Age type society, I mean, but that was still pretty advanced, man. My freaking humble opinion, that low tech was really, really, like, spectacular. But you also have this thing. I seen these freaking, look, we got me and my freaking my mom, my cousin. Listen, I did this. I put them in big time danger, but I had my samurai sword on me. And I had my spotlights, and I was like, hey, you guys want to go for a hike? You know what I'm saying? It's not like I was going to go rob a bank or something and then be like, leave them waiting in the car and then jump back in. Now, this is why you need to have weapons, man, to be able to carry them in open carry. Like, look, listen, it's not illegal to use a sword or have one in a sheath as long as it's not concealed, or I use it in a threatening, or I use it in a crime. Listen. If you have a thing, any kind of weapon, and you don't use it in a crime, it's not a crime. Period, man. There's no victim. There's no crime. You can't, listen, it would be a crime if you made it illegal for me to stay strapped when I'm hiking, and we would have got mauled to death by a freaking animal, okay? At least it wasn't a dog, man, because I got the eyes on this. Let me tell you the story. I brought them out there, and I was like, hey, you want to go for a hike? You know, and I kind of said it all like really like sinister like that. And they, sure enough, they came with me. So anyway, it's getting dark. We got there and it was already getting dark. And we was walking down the trail, and I was like, hey, you guys want to try walking off this way instead of that way? And they were like, oh, okay. Freaking like, look, I mean, I might have to coax them a little bit, but look, I knew we were going to be pushing it really hard and really close. And I wasn't super totally familiarized with the area, so it was kind of, look, we got around, you know, and this is up a hill, we got around this lake, and then we got around the lake, but look, it started getting really dark over here. Terrain started getting crazy. My little cousin started freaking out a little bit, like I could see it. They're giving off fear. And look, mom was rah, 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 like, look, just yelling and complaining. Why'd you take us out here? Did you take us out here to die in the dark? Like, look, she's like barking off in the background, and look, Lily looks like she's about to cry. And freaking look, the path almost seemed to close up around us, and we couldn't even get through. And we were getting torn by freaking pickers, and there was shit hit me in the eyes. Like, look, but anyway, just when you thought it was over and it was doomed, all of a sudden we pop out to a clearing, another trail, and then we pop right out where we're supposed to be. And look, but at that moment, the sky wasn't black, but it was like dark blue, but it was still lit up. So you kind of see, right? So we stopped there outside there to regroup. And I seen my cousin. My cousin freaking, she said, hey, I think I saw something over there. And I said, nah. I was thinking, you're just scared, right? Look, so I gave her my spotlight, and I said, I just light that shit up over there. And then she was shining it, and she goes like this, I just saw a wolf. And look, her fucking eyes were locked. Like, look, and when I seen that, I was like, oh shit, that's legit. And I was like, all right, don't worry. And I tell you what, coming all the way around too, I didn't even use the spotlight. So it was like, these things must have heard us and followed us, right? Freaking, because we were making all kinds of noise. We didn't even use the flashlight until I handed it to her, and then she lit it up. And then and I was like, all right, look, I know what's going to happen. I goes, look, I was like, you just keep shining that light all over, freaking, whenever you need to, and we're just going to walk. But I goes, look, if we're going to see him, I know where we're going to see him at, because there's a place where there's a big hill, and then the path comes to a little narrow bridge, right? And basically, I said, look, if they're going to attack us, this will be where they're going to attack us. And freaking look, I ain't even shitting you, dude. We got to the other side of the bridge, and my cousin had a freaking, was it a coyote? Was it a coy wolf? Was it a wolf? And here's my newest theory. There's a dog farm on the other side of this complex, right? Maybe some of their dogs got loose. Like they're shepherds and mated with coyotes. And now there's like a coy dog. And they're out there freaking populating out there in that area. I mean, look, this is interesting. And if you do look into the species, the coy wolf, it literally is using just the periphery and the borderlands. Like, and especially now with all the bandos, you could have a pack of coyotes probably go through the east side of Flint, dude. They could come over here. And look, I could run into them out there. Like, look, they wouldn't stay there. There's not enough freaking area there. And it's too close to humans, freaking. But basically, these coy dogs or coy wolves come and smoke people's pets. So, and they're taking over like California and like freaking Ontario. Like basically they came from like, what is that called, man? Like New England type area, right? And then over there by Canada above that. And they've been moving westward, and they're already to freaking, what's that called, man? Fucking, Cali, man. And freaking, I don't know, man. There's all kinds. It already is, man. There already is lions and tigers and bears. Really, like, look, we live in Michigan. There really is bear, but it's rare. We don't really normally see them down this far. That's kind of weird. You could see a timber wolf down here potentially. They do make it here sometimes. I mean, look, they're around us. And mountain lions, same thing. Them things have like hundreds of miles of freaking territory. We got bobcats, man. Like, look, me and this kid seen a freaking weasel, like, and it was big, dude. It was like, I don't know if it was a marten, a fisher, but it was crazy looking. I mean, I didn't see its whole body, but I could just tell by how big its head was that this thing would tear you up. I see eagles out here, dude. And the other day, I caught that giant freaking rat. I mean, I thought it was a beaver, but wait, beavers do have flat tails. That fucker was a giant rat. I mean, that was Master fucking Splinter, dude. It's freaking insane. I mean, I don't know, man. Anyway, man, I love this nature stuff, this animal internet stuff, but look, it makes me kind of second guess, man, my hiking. Like, I'm gonna have to structure, man, the way I do things. I mean, I have to roll a little bit more heavy, man, with the protection. You know what I mean? But anyway, safe travels. God bless. Much love. Peace.